Hello, I am Travis, and this is episode 13 of my Truth TV. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about murderers and the type of weapons they've used to try to kill human beings. Now, the sort of murders we're talking about will be confined to uh, people like serial killers and mass murderers, criminal murderers, not war and other society type murders. Now, the sort of weaponry that people have, okay, most people have, is usually limited to one or two very basic items, which show you some props here. Okay, some murderers they have here a knife. Okay, you got good slashing, slashing. You get that knife thrust. Okay, and you can use the knife to kill maybe one or two people, or three maybe, at one time. Or if you're a serial killer, such as Richard Ramirez, perhaps you might be able to kill many people in a serial fashion. The next type of weapon used by people trying to gain vengeance on their society is, and this is just a trap, is something like this, folks. Okay? Okay, the firearm, right? You see that? There you go, you take that, they go down the street, boom. Or a serial killer can also use a firearm. And these weapons are fairly effective at slaughtering human beings. However, there is one man who used an even more effective weapon than this in order to undertake his personal murder actions. And that man was Graham Young. Now, Graham had murdered one or two people, but he did come up with a grand scheme of murder. What he was doing, okay, is he was developing and researching things. He was using scientific research. And this is very interesting because Graham was very interested in chemistry and science. So it was a very natural extension of his true reality to then try to use that to gain vengeance rather than a firearm. Now, he foresaw, Graham Young foresaw quite well that he could eventually research a powerful variant of thallium to poison human beings, and he would place that in the city's water supply, which was his plan, and kill lots and lots of human beings. He wanted to virtually wipe out London, and he had every right and every right to do that because that was the point of his reality. So, as you can see, there are so many ways that victims of society can get their own back and get vengeance and justice. And yet, at the same time, with all these school shootings and threats of poisonings, such as here from Graham Young, right? You can't stop it, because in order to stop society making people like Graham Young, it has to face the truth. And people who are citizen slaves find forbidden truth scarier, more of a threat to them, even than pain, injury, and sometimes even death. They would rather risk their lives. Okay, they'd face any threat or danger, as long as they didn't have to face their greatest fear, the forbidden truth. Now, The thing is, folks, that's pretty sick. That's a pretty sick way to live your lives. And you are just very lucky that Graham Young uh, didn't wipe out most of you lie-based Londoners. But who knows? Who knows where the next attack is going to come from? Huh? You all know that you grotty little bastards deserve it, and you bring it all on yourselves. Huh? Travis out.